Today on the Philly Talk podcast, we got day 2 of joint practice with the Browns, and the Eagles' offense looked much better via the pass and the run. The O-line blocked very well today. The defense still got pressure, and we got 3 interceptions. 2 for Blankenship, 1 for Jobe, and Sidney Brown just said he wants to be feared.
This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike. Talking sixes in the bird gang, that's I like. Competition, we ain't scared, yeah, that's what we like. Win or lose, you know we showing up and we gon' fight. You see we strive for the sky every day that go by. And every single week we screaming fly, Eagles fly. This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike, yeah. This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike, yeah.
What is going on, everybody? I go by Philly Mike, and this is the Philly Talk podcast, and today we got a lot to get into, a lot better on the offensive side of the ball. But before we do that, Eagle Nation, can I ask y'all a favor? Help your boy out. Hit that like, subscribe if you are new, and ding that bell. That way you're notified when we drop these videos, go live, or put out YouTube shorts. Now, this right here is the total notes from the most judgmental beat writer for the Philadelphia Eagles, Elliott Shore-Parks. We're going to get into that. We're also going to do the tweet highlights throughout the day. But I got to show y'all something. I told you we were going to be dropping the Air Hurts shirts. This is just the beginning. This is what will be on the shirt. We'll have it in black like this. We'll also have it in Kelly green. And then the Kelly green writing will just turn to white. But there it is. It will be out before the end of this week where you can purchase. So stay tuned. Once again, the offense was much better via the pass, via the run, and it all starts with the O-line protecting, giving Jalen Hurts time, and even when they didn't, he made something out of nothing, connecting with Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown numerous times, right? You're going to see the live tweets. That's not to say the Browns didn't do some good stuff as well. I think Deshaun Watson had 2 touchdowns via 7-on-7s, but Watson threw 2 picks. Josh Jobe threw an interception. We're going to get to all that right here, right now. Play it. So, Eagles injury report will not practice today. Covey, Dickerson, Johnson, Reddick, and Quez Watkins. As you can see, some of them stuff is minor. We'll see how long it lingers. Jalen Hurts had back-to-back TD passes to Goddard and Smith from about 5 yards out and 7-on-7s. I'm going to pause this sometimes because I forgot how long I left it, but that's good. 11-on-11 now, Kenny G with back-to-back quality reps in different roles. First play, Gainwell and Kelce served as lead blockers for Hurts. The very next play, Gainwell hits the hole, reaches the second level, and jukes Browns linebackers. Love to hear that from Kenneth Gainwell. There was a big fight between the Eagles offense and the Browns defense, multiple flags. Coaches had to split them up, and the fight started because Sidney Brown, the rookie, laid a big-time block on the interception to Reed Blankenship. We'll get to that in a little bit, but that is how the fight started, and you're going to hear him talk about how he wants to be feared. I love that in a youngster. A.J. Brown catches Denzel Ward off balance with a clean zip route, creates a ton of separation, and Hurts hits him in stride near the left sideline, allowing Brown to cut upfield towards the end zone. So again, that 1K always open is real. Nick Sirianni showing a 2 running back look with Kenny G and DeAndre Swift. He hands it off to Gainwell, who picks up 5+ yards. Singleton shouts at the top of his lungs, "Yes, sir, KG." Jason Kelce showing no signs of slowing down at the age of 35. Sirianni and Brian Johnson call a quarterback draw, and Kelce drags a Browns linebacker with him as Hurts jogs freely into the end zone. Jalen Carter just shoved Browns 2-time first-team All-Pro and 5-time Pro Bowl Joe Burrito onto his back during 11-on-11 reps. An All-Pro? Sheesh. Elliott Shore-Parks says Hurts with the best play of camp, according to him, stood in the pocket, coverage was good. He points to AJ to go to the corner of the end zone and hits AJ with a perfect pass for a touchdown from about 25 yards out. I like that. Jalen Hurts feeling himself right now. Devontae Smith gets free on a corner route, and Jalen Hurts tosses a touchdown completion in the left corner of the end zone. Hurts held his follow through for a bit. He knew it was on the money. So as Steph Curry holds that shot hand up, Jalen Hurts did that with the throw. You got to love that. Josh Jobe with the strip sack on Deshaun Watson. So 2 picks and a fumble from Watson today. The defense was legit. Here we go. Blankenship with another INT in the end zone. His 2nd of the day and 3rd of camp. He's picked off Watson 3 times in 2 days. 1 on practice day 1 and 2 on practice day 2. 1 was tipped twice by Zach Cunningham. So read Blankenship around the ball. Eagles are crushing today. Mariota finds Cleveland for a touchdown. The left sideline, every single offensive starter ran down the field celebrating Tyreek Cleveland's touchdown versus Cleveland. Josh Jobe with a pick on Josh Dobbs, fade into the end zone. The Eagles dominating the Browns right now. That was the last play. And then Elliott Shore-Parks pretty much said this, right? He always says there's one drill that everybody's watching. The biggest drill of the day, 11 on 11. Everyone's watching, super competitive. Eagles offense got a TD on that drive, and Eagles defense got an interception. So when it really counted, money time, both Eagles offense and defense shows up. I like it. Again, this is joint practices. We heard Kelce talked about how many reps the number ones can get compared to a preseason game. And you know how the Eagles treat these, right? People might laugh at us treating joint practices more heavier than preseason games. But when we did that last year, they laughed. And it led us to the Super Bowl. So we're going to continue to do some of the same things we do. Once again, Josh Jobe this time with an interception. So it's good to see a UDFA and Eli Ricks did it in the preseason, and now UDFA, Josh Jobe, does it during training camp. And I'm telling you right now, I keep showing this, but to see Jalen Carter in his first ever rep just bully the offensive line and almost get the sack, and then hear the reports that in joint practice day 1, 2 sacks and a fumble recovery, in the quest of the Eagles getting 7 sacks, to hear today that he put on his backside a 2-time All-Pro, 5-time Pro Bowler. That ain't easy to do. That is one of the best offensive linemen that Cleveland's ever had, right? And to hear the fact that we got Swift and Gainwell on the field at the same time has me hyped. Now, I do want to play this real quick because Cindy Brown is not playing around. He simply said he wants to be feared. He don't want to hurt you, but he wants to be feared. Listen.
I want to be a feared player. That's kind of my mindset going into this. But then again, like I just playing with that intensity every single day. I mean, you're gonna connect at some point. You're gonna feel it. You know what I mean? I don't want to. My intention isn't to hurt people, but if you're carrying that football, yeah. You got it coming for you.
You got it coming from you. Avonte Maddox said he looked like a heat-sinking missile, and that's what he said. This is what I like to do. I like to play fast. I got to clean up some of my angles via the preseason game, wrap up a little bit more, but he's going to be a heavy hitter, and he did have 9 solo tackles in 1 quarter. Not assisted, 9 solo tackles, 1 quarter. Who knows what that can amount to if he gets more PT. I will like to see him with some of the starting defense as it goes to preseason game 2 and 3. He's rising up the depth chart for sure. Now, I'm going to read you what Elliott Shore-Parks said right here. Again, he's the most critical beat writer, which I ain't mad at being critical. If we do something wrong, let me know. But sometimes he likes to exaggerate, to say the least. So let's get to it. Eagles versus Brown day 2 win-loss verdict. This ended up being a blowout. After a lackluster day 1, the Eagles were the better team on day 2 when it mattered most. The Browns didn't play poorly and actually started good. The Eagles were just better. The Eagles' defense and offensive line both won their matchups after the offensive line struggled on day 1. In the biggest 11 on 11 of the day, the Eagles' first and second team offense both got TDs on a beautiful throw from Hurts and Mariota. Both first team and second team defense got interceptions. Coaches should be very encouraged by this performance. Verdict, Eagles win. And of course, he goes over the edge and says Sirianni and Hurts are now 7-2 in joint practices. And I'm not sure if he marked yesterday as a loss. I think he marked it as a slight win. I forgot the two people he said we lost to. But at the end of the day, the Eagles offense, like I said in yesterday's video, if you're watching this one and didn't watch yesterday, I talked about the struggle, right? But I said if there's one group I'm not worried about, it's the O-line. What I didn't say in that video is you can expect the O-line to struggle a little bit. First of all, Myles Garrett is a monster. Second of all, Landon Dickerson went out. And you saw in the first highlight reel today, right? The very first one, I can't mess up. Britton Covey didn't play hamstring. Landon Dickerson didn't practice today foot. And the O-line still did good because they got chewed out by the coaching staff. Patrick Johnson, ankle, Hassan Reddick, thumb, and Quez Watkins. So, offense looked good, defense looked good, minus your third wide receiver, minus your best pass rusher. But Hassan Reddick said it yesterday. Jalen Carter is he's showing signs of Hargrave. But the one thing Hargrave couldn't do is stop the run. If you get a guy who can pass rush like Hargrave and stop the run, it's just time will tell for sure. But the signs are pointing to what his goal was. Jalen Carter told us his goal is to be Defensive Rookie of the Year, and so far it looks like that. Nolan Smith did get a sack, remember, yesterday. And I know a lot of people are pointing out he played so much yesterday or last preseason game and didn't do much. Listen, I'm not expecting every single rookie to come out and be perfect. Even if Jalen Carter or Nolan Smith have a bad game, what was reported in camp, what is being talked about from his teammates show me that they will contribute and be weapons in the 2023 season. And again, you just want him to continue to get better. And his worst play was him over pursuing. So that is to me his welcome to the NFL moment. He saw the running back going to his left. It wasn't his responsibility to catch him to the left. He tried to cheat, go to the left, running back cut to the right, gain 40 yards. That was that big run in the beginning of the game. I think end of the first quarter, start of the second, I'm not exactly sure. He'll learn from that. The speed, the power, the quickness, the mindset is still there, so I ain't worried at all. Once again, a lot of Eagles graded well in the preseason game. A lot of Eagles are starting to stand out in these practices. And at the end of the day, when your coach says, I expect to be better, before the practice even started, they asked Nick Sirianni how he felt about the offense. He said, look, I can't just say we struggled. Cleveland did some good stuff. However, we didn't play to our standards, and we dang sure ain't going to come out here and play that bad again. And what happened? Kelce. They all started eating. When you get Elliott Shore Park to say blowout, you know that you know. Josh Sweat, though, real quick, this man continues to just show up all training camp, all preseason. Well, it's only been one game preseason, but that's the one guy we keep skipping over. But the one dude who always reports it is Josh T. He don't let us forget it. And I'm glad he's reporting it, right? Just because Hassan Reddick or Josh Sweat is doing good, they don't want to report it because it's not the young guys. Still, Josh Sweat has gotten better every single year, and he could be knocking on the door of a 13, 14, 15 sack year. I know we're just expecting Reddick to be that guy, right? And you might have two guys with 13, 14, 15. Why not? We were the first team in NFL history to have 4 guys with 10 plus. So if we broke history with 4 with 10 plus, why can't we be 4 or 5 with 10 plus, or 4 this time with 13 plus or 12 plus? Because we're going to have the pressure coming all types of ways. Up the middle, around the edge, you name it, we got it. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section if you heard something else about today that I didn't talk about, because it all kind of mashes up. They're all tweeting. I'm grabbing some slide through the waist. But Blankenship, 3 picks, 2 days, UDFA to the number 1 safety, and he just got something special about him. A lot of Eagle Nation saw it right away. Drop the muscle emoji if you made it to the 14-minute and 59-second mark. Hit the like for your boy. It's free. It's easy. It don't cost a thing. And I greatly appreciate it. Let me know your thoughts. We out.